traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, sunny this afternoon, showers tomorrow 15, Sunday showers and 15, showers again on Monday and 14. Right now it's 19 degrees. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
New vision of a young woman's restaurant rage in a city Macca's as one worker tells of the toll that's taken. An Adelaide teen faces court for threatening to kill classmates. Big changes to superannuation and the pension. Everything you need to know. Plus, how the humble sea cucumber could be key to preventing diabetes. I'm Brenton Braglis. The full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
The Audi Solitaire demonstrator clearance is on now, with exceptional deals across the entire range, including the Audi Q5, with savings starting from $5,600. Plus, receive complimentary on-road costs with all demonstrator vehicles sold before June 30 or while stocks last. The Audi Solitaire demonstrator clearance on now. Visit Audi Solitaire, Belair Road, Hawthorne. T's and C's apply. DL 65541.
Imagine sleeping better, sleeping longer and waking with more vitality. Mini Jumbuck McLaren Vale has a range of Australia's favourite wool mattress toppers that increase sleeping comfort by up to 35%. Feel it for yourself. Visit us in McLaren Vale and you can explore mattress toppers plus wool quilts, pillows and protectors. And with factory direct pricing, you might want to sneak in some Ugg boots and comfy wool clothing too. Mini Jumbuck, Australia's favourite wool bedding products for over 45 years. Open 7 days in McLaren Vale.
At Coles, help keep the cost of living down with thousands of specials every week. Like half-price Finish Ultima Pro dishwashing tablets 46-pack and half-price kettle potato chips or natives 150 to 165 packs. This week at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
Now's the time to savour Travel and Luxury magazine. This issue is sure to whet your appetite for travel as we showcase sublime culinary destinations around the world. Plus an Australian couple's vineyard in Umbria, Italy. Only in the Australian today.
And this is 12 Stella Street. It's a gem. What we have is a cast stone heritage fence with solid columns, sandstone inlays and stunning wrought iron fencing. Magnificent. Cast stone has such curb appeal.
And the house?
The house. Oh, I'm sure there's one back there with bedrooms, a kitchen I imagine, but the cast stone fence.
Cast stone. You haven't finished it until you've fenced it. View the gallery at caststone.com.au or arrange a consultation.
Uncross your fingers and your toes. In a climate like this, you can't leave the future of your business to luck. Start to strategise your business growth now with MGK Accountants. Build a business development strategy that grows your profits, scales your business and gives you time back for important stuff. The sooner we have the tough talks, the sooner you and your business can reap the rewards. Visit mgkaccountants.com.au today for a free initial business development consult. The Barossa Valley is a great place to visit. You have history, wine, great food, nature, wine. What if you had one extra draw card? Your parents. Retirement units are available in safe and connected neighbourhoods just an hour from the city. We're talking about newly renovated 1, 2 and 3 bedroom homes from around 180k to 300k. They get the vine change and you get another reason to visit the Barossa. Win-win. Talk to your parents today about Barossa Village. Find out more at barossavillage.org.
Jade Robran, talking Adelaide on 1395 5AA.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to the program on this beautiful afternoon, the 16th of June. Stunning day in the city, and we've got our big dinner tonight. So those listeners that have won tickets along the way last couple of weeks, can't wait to see you tonight. We have been celebrating and profiling some of the great brands in our state, as you know, and today we're celebrating Maxima. Maxima working towards a better Australia by connecting job seekers and employers in meaningful employment and providing NDIS services. So they'll be there tonight. Can't wait to see you guys. Hope you're all getting frocked up. I just went outside there to get myself a cup of tea, and the office is bare. I think everybody's getting all glammed up for tonight, which will be a great night. All right, it's that time of the week.
The 5AA Food and Wine Show with Chris Jarma from Jarma's Kitchen. Thanks to Smeg.
Hello, Chris Jarmer. How are you?
Hello, Jade. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, and what a great Friday it is.
I'm excited too because I'm going tonight.
Are you
Yeah.
now? Oh, you got the night off.
Yes, got the night off. Taking Linda out on a date.
Oh, I
to
can't
the FIVEAA
wait.
Best of SA dinner. So, yeah.
Let your hair down,
Yeah,
have
it'd
a
be
few
great.
brandies.
Definitely.
Well, you've been hobnobbing it with very fancy people this week. None more so than Will and Dave tonight at the function.
That's it, yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk about our menu today because if you're on the Foodland Facebook live stream right now, you're going to see a crispy duck. If you can hold that up for us, it's a whole duck there.
There we go.
Oh, that looks so yum.
This
Look
is
how
a
golden
family
that is.
favourite.
What are you making?
Well, when we're not having schnitzel night at my parents' on a Monday night when I'm home.
Can I come one night?
Definitely. Dad would love to have you there.
Yum.
One of the family's all-time favourites as well. It's a real cheating version of making a quick family meal by just popping up to the market and buying a few simple ingredients,
Yeah.
one of which is a barbecue duck and some barbecue roast pork. So I either go to Barbecue City on Guja Street or
Yeah.
you've got Hong Fat Barbecue Restaurant on Grote Street.
Okay.
Both
yeah.
equally as good, make good ducks. You'll see them hanging there in the window. Grab yourself one whole duck and a piece of barbecue pork as well, which I've got here.
Oh, nice.
So,
They just know how to cook it way better than anyone else.
They do. I've tried making my own. I think it's chow soy or barbecue pork before. It comes out all right, but there's nothing like they have these special ovens which look like big drums that they hang the ducks in and they hang the barbecue pork in, and it's marinated in a special marinade.
And then is it steamed? How do they actually cook it?
Okay, with like Peking duck, with the barbecue duck, they fill it with air to remove the skin from the meat.
Yeah.
Then they dip it in some boiling master stock, which is similar to what this soup would be like. And then it goes in the oven once it's basted.
Yum.
So this is not quite a Peking duck, but very similar barbecue duck. So all we need to do is remove the legs and the breast off the duck, and then chop up these bones. You'd cut the head off, put that in your pot. Take all
staring right at me.
Take all the meat off the legs, and also like when I don't want to do it here in the studio because they've got a skewer here, and when you pull the skewer out and open it up, there'll be juice inside there.
Oh, okay, it'll go everywhere.
Which I'm gonna put that in there.
So we are making barbecue pork and duck long soup.
Put that in the pot.
Yep.
And you just have to add ginger, some soy sauce, a spring onion, and then it's about, depending on the size of your pot, you just want to cover the bones. It's about 4 to 5 litres of water and simmer that for 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then you end up with the soup that I've got here. So
you don't have to make a stock prior.
No, so you want to you get home and you'd have dinner on the table within an hour.
How good's that?
So you take the meat out. I've got one of those weird warming drawers at home, so I take the meat out, take the meat off, and put the barbecue pork and keep it in a warm oven to keep warm.
Okay.
Then I'll make the soup, and then when we're ready to eat, we do it share style. So I put all the meat on one plate, and then everyone gets their own bowl of soup. So let's talk about assembling the soup now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to...
Any questions, call in and you can have a chat with Chris, 8223 0000.
And talking about men's health, I do want to say a shout out to one of my apprentices who's just been diagnosed with leukemia, one of my ex-apprentices, Jackson. So he's back in Royal Adelaide having some treatment. So I wish him all the best. And I know he listens to the show and his nan listens to the show. So I want to say a big hi to Jackson and I hope he gets better really quick.
Sending you big love, Jackson.
So normally I buy one bunch of bok choy and one bunch of choy sum, which is like Chinese broccoli. There's a few different versions of it. So you can...
I find that really buttery.
Bok choy?
Yeah,
it is.
Love it.
So what I would normally... Just turn this on. What I would normally do is blanch the bok choy in a separate pot of water. But for today's radio show, I'm just going to dip it in my soup, which has been heating up here.
I would never in a million years think to cook something like this. I believe this is as a treat to have if you're going out to a Chinese restaurant. But you are so right. This is so simple.
Yeah, it's a matter like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients, and we're good to go.
How much is a duck, Chris?
I think they're around $37 for a whole duck.
Righto.
So with one piece of pork, one whole duck, you easily could feed 4 to 6 people. So if you divide that by, it's not a very expensive meal.
No. And do you have to have the pork or the duck? Could you have one or the other, or do they really
If you want to even
complement
go
each
cheaper, the pork is just as good.
Yeah.
That's Tommy's favourite. Like, he will smash a plate. he'd eat a whole piece of the pork like that himself. So I know when I get in the car, I've got to pick him up from school on the way home. He will smell the pork in the car, and he'll probably try and eat it in the back seat.
Good boy, good lad. How's his footy going?
Yeah, he's good, yeah.
And so what noodles have you got there?
Okay, let's talk about the noodles. So, yeah, there's lots of different ones you can buy. So I've got they're called egg noodles. So the yellow egg noodles, they come in different thicknesses. So I've got the thin ones for this particular soup. You can use udon noodles. You can use thicker. You can even use Hokkien noodles. If you're gluten free, you can use rice noodles.
Yeah.
They're really good. So you just want to heat the noodles up. Normally I blanch the noodles in boiling water, but today I'm heating them up in the soup. And the reason we call this a long soup, can you tell me why?
No, I can't.
The noodles are long.
Is that where... And so there's short soup and long soup?
Yeah, so short soup, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but is with like wontons. But the Chinese say long soup, short soup. So short soup is just has...
I've never known that. And until you actually asked me that question, I've thought, have I ever cared to know that? But yes, I'm glad I know that piece of information.
Okay, so I've got... I normally get the four, 5, or there's 3 of you, 2 of you. I'll get the bowl ready like this. And I'll get my 4 bowls ready with the blanched noodles, the bok choy, and then I'll start... Well, normally I'd have the duck cut up already, so...
Look at you with your Asian-inspired plate there as well.
So I'm going to take... Oh, this is really hot.
Oh, so if you just pick this up now, on the way in?
No, I reheated it, so... Yeah. What I did is I bought 2 ducks, made this soup with 1 duck, and I can go home again and make another soup with this one. So then it's just a matter of cutting...
Listen to that crunch of that skin.
Yeah, so if you wanted that skin to be even crunchy, you stick that under your grill or your salamander.
Yeah.
And it would be delicious.
And this is seriously like being in a restaurant right now.
So you can even... If you want, you can get them to cut it up for you and just put it in a takeaway container, but I like to cut it myself.
So when you say it's barbecue, has it got a barbecue taste to it, or is it just the way that it's been cooked?
It's a different type of barbecue. So the Chinese call it barbecue pork, barbecue duck, but they're cooking it in an oven. Unlike, American, Australian style barbecue where we're using our barbecue. Yeah. But they call it barbecue.
And then what wine have you got? Let's pass me over
yes, let's talk about the wine.
Because I think it's sometimes something that you don't think about when you're having soup. You don't go, oh, yeah, I'm going to have a glass of wine with that.
So this is actually a Shiraz, which I got from Charles Melton.
Nice.
And it's blended with Riesling.
What?
Yeah, a little bit of... I can't tell you exact percentage, but it's blended with a little bit of Riesling, which gives it that finesse and... It gives it that acidity that you get in Riesling, and it actually pairs beautifully with the duck and helps cut the fat of the duck and the pork. So this is a Charles Melton Voices of Angels. It's a Shiraz from the Adelaide Hills, and it's blended with some Riesling.
Some white wine in there. That is bizarre. I've never heard of that combination.
So...
I'd best try some of that. We've got Rowie coming in to try some.
It's still
duck.
It's still got great colour and great legs, but I've got some tasting notes here supplied by my friend.
The voice of an angel. Okay, yeah. Smells like a Shiraz,
so
but then it smells a bit
Adelaide
acidic.
Hills Shiraz with 4% Riesling, co-fermented. The weight of the richer style Pinot Noir, but the flavour profile of a Shiraz.
Oh, that's an explosion on your taste buds.
With incredibly lifted perfume of violets, lavender and spice. The essential thing about pairing wine with duck and pork belly with fatty proteins is having the acid structure to cut through the fat, which readies the palate sooner for the next delicious mouthful.
Oh,
How good
wow.
does that sound?
Sounds like we need to have the whole bottle together, Chris. That is sensational. Wow.
It's really good.
A
All right,
Shiraz with a little bit of Riesling. All right, okay.
Let's finish this soup.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want to try a little piece of pork?
I will in the ad break. So, okay, we've got 1 barbecue duck, 1 barbecue pork, and then where is the ginger? And
the ginger
spring
goes in the
onion?
pot and the spring onion in the pot with the bones. Bring it to the boil slowly. Simmer for 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's your soup. That's all ready to go.
And you've got a tablespoon of chicken booster. What's chicken booster?
Like chicken stock powder.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And a little bit of soy sauce.
Nice. And what would you garnish with this?
I normally garnish with some coriander, or I do have some fresh chili, and sometimes we'll serve a little bit of fresh chili and soy sauce on the side. And if you want to spice it up a bit, I'm going to try and get Rowie to have some fresh chili when he comes in. So I'll cut some of that up.
He's got to perform on stage tonight, so don't
Does
do
he?
too big of a number on him.
So I'm not a... Linda loves fresh chili, but I don't go too much for the fresh chili. So we'll leave some of that there in case you want some.
What's the difference between the red and the green chili?
Oh, look, you can get green long chilies. You can get green bird's eye chilies. Some red chilies tend to be hotter, but you can equally get like the bell, the little habanero chilies, which can be orange and red.
Because I made meagering during the week and I used a green long chili, couldn't even taste it.
Nah, so if you, the green chili is what I use for my nam jim, and if you scrape out the seeds, and even with all chili, if you scrape out the seeds, they won't be as hot as well. So if you like it a bit more mild, just you can scrape out the seeds and it won't be as hot.
All right, let's pour.
Okay. I've just got to try and get in the right spot here.
And now, last week, when I was away, I heard that you made apple and rhubarb pie, which is my all-time favourite.
No.
Pie or crumble?
I did crumble.
Oh, I'm
so it didn't have
annoyed.
It didn't have a pastry base.
So annoyed. Rowie, if you're listening, where are you? You need to come in and try this soup. You're our taste tester.
Yeah, so we just did the crumble on top. Yeah, and it was good.
So good. Do you use oats in yours?
Yes. No, I put our granola in there, which has oats in it.
Very clever.
And you know who started me with that was Linda.
No.
She would make a healthy crumble at home using oats.
Smart. And put it in the air fryer?
Yeah, or in the oven, yeah. So just sugar, brown sugar, oats, a little bit of butter. So we have our granola that we serve for breakfast, and then I just mix that with the normal crumble recipe, and so you've got a bit of everything. And there's goji berries in there, there's coconut in there, there's other nuts in there as well.
What a day to choose for me to be away.
I didn't realise it was one of your
that
favourites.
is my all-time favourite. If I had to choose anything on your menu, it would be I'd go straight to desserts, and that would be my main. Now, I want to ask you about this eggplant parmesan that Michael Bublé ate.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So we have an eggplant parmesan on the menu, and it's gluten-free, so we do it with corn flour, and mozzarella cheese, and our house Napolitana sauce. And apparently he's a massive fan of eggplant parmesan.
How good's that?
And he said to his PA as well, where can I get a good eggplant parmesan? And at the time she didn't know, but the driver that was driving him, because he had the kids and he wanted somewhere family-friendly.
And just chilled, no one's going to bother him.
Yeah. And then he saw it on the menu, and he shared one with his wife and loved it so much that they ordered some more for takeaway.
So how many did you have to make post-concert?
Oh, it only ordered like 4 more serves, and
Yeah.
a couple of steaks and a burger. So I'm not. He has a big band though, so I'm not sure what the big band ate.
Yeah, it is a big band. I think they said it was about 120 of them that are all travelling together.
Yeah, so it must be just like his core little. He had his mum and dad with him. They went to the show with the kids as well. So apparently.
Oh yeah, they were there. All right. Well, look, I don't know where Rowie is, so you can be our taste tester.
Okay.
So when you're eating it, are you combining the barbecue pork and the duck together?
Yeah. So what I would do is I'd get my chopsticks and I'd get a little bit of pork with my chopsticks.
Yeah. And then the egg noodles.
That's good. Bit of noodles.
Now, have a sip of that wine and tell me, does it cut through the fat? What does it do? It's a good wine, isn't it?
It's really good,
It's a bit scrumptious.
It's really smooth, though. Like,
how does it cut through? Like, when you've now had the two, what does it do?
So I think with the Riesling blended, a little bit of Riesling, it swishes out your mouth and you're ready to have another glass.
Oh, why not? Well, Chris Jarmo, it's always lovely to see you. Thank you so very much. And you can jump onto the FIVEAA website. And he's just rocking up now, just as I have to go to an ad break. You've got 1 minute.
Quack, quack.
Quick. Have you ever been duck hunting?
Which one am I on?
I'll just press play.
Yeah, I have. I used to love going duck hunting. I didn't like eating the pellets.
That's what happened to me. You know, the little buckshot.
Yeah, tongs. What are these?
Yep. Jump on in.
Chopsticks. We used to go up to, not ducks, but we got hares. We used to get hares up at Amadio's vineyard until Cadge cracked the shits because we shot holes through all the drippers.
Oh, no.
With the shotguns,
That's annoying.
So then a mate of mine, instead of a shotgun, brought up a rifle.
Oh, wow.
So, but we used to get hares, not ducks, but hares.
I'm in my bowl of fruit, my Peter Shearer suit, because we've got the best of SA tonight. I'll see you there, Chris. And you're speaking to...
Melly.
Yes, Peter Malinowski.
Is he coming too?
He is coming.
So I can't spill anything down this shirt because I'm in my bowl of fruit.
Oh, no. Well, we've got the worst meal for you then, soup.
Oh, no, it's a little bit,
Is that from...
Gee, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Talk to us, come on, flavours, what you're feeling on the palate.
It tastes like duck.
Well, there we go.
And you've got the barbecue.
Brilliant.
You've got the barbecue pork there as well, so make sure you have a bit of that.
We're going to jump into the newsroom. But, Chris, thank you so much. And like we said, you can jump onto the FIVEAA website, shows, click on Jade Robran, and you will find the recipe there. Barbecue pork and duck long soup. Chris, lovely to see you as always. I'll see you in a few hours.
Yes, definitely.
It's time to celebrate great South Australian businesses, and you'll find the very best in FIVEAA's Best of SA.
Dave Benson Caravans have operated for almost 30 years, so if you haven't yet, visit their huge undercover showroom. It's like a year-round caravan show with a fantastic range of Australian-built caravans and an experienced team to tailor the right caravan to your lifestyle. Your holiday journey begins at Dave Benson Caravans.
The Best of SA, thanks to major sponsor Maxima and Adelaide's FIVEAA.
Did you know home care packages are available to residents aged 65 plus in Adelaide? Genu are experts with over 30 years experience, partnering with local providers, helping you get the best value from your home care package and enabling you to maintain independence in your own home. To find out more about Genu's home care packages today or how to transfer your existing package, call 1300 558 368 or visit genu.org.au. Genu, supporting you your way.
Let New Zealand take your breath away on an exclusive 17-day getaway with Holiday Wonders Mitcham. Fly direct from Adelaide with Air New Zealand and experience the best of what the North and South Islands have to offer, with meals, accommodation and so much more included, and more highlights than any comparable New Zealand trips. Right now, it's our best value ever. Save up to $980 per couple. Call now or visit holidaywonders.com.au. Holiday Wonders, Belair Road, Mitcham.
When you build with Lamar Homes, you better start planning your housewarming. It'll be here before you know it. Lamar Homes have the advantage of moving a lot faster, so it could be a matter of months before you move in, not years. Plus, right now, Lamar Homes is throwing in $35,000 for your concreting, landscaping and fencing. $35,000 of extras and move in way sooner? Absolutely. T's and C's apply. lamarhomes.com.au. Here today, home tomorrow. Sooner.
If you're thinking of building or you're renovating your kitchen, you've got a lot of choices to make, but the first choice should be Smeg. We have an amazing Smeg showroom right here in Adelaide. Debney Distributors is in Dudley Park, and inside you'll find the full Smeg range on display with everything from ovens, cooktops, dishwashers and refrigerators to wine cellars, kettles, toasters, so much more. Smeg seamlessly pairs powerful performance with architectural design. There's even cooking demonstrations. You really can taste the difference with Smeg. Smeg has been proudly made in Italy since 1948, and their colour, design and technology is world famous. Smeg, technology with style. Visit the Smeg showroom today at Debney Distributors, Harrison Road in Dudley Park.
There's only one drawback to owning a basic trailer. It's definitely not that it's made from Aussie steel, some of the best in the world. It's not the design, brilliant finish or incredible toughness, or the fact that it's manufactured right here in Paraka. Nah, the only drawback to owning a basic trailer is you may not see a lot of it.
Can I borrow your trailer again?
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Basic Trailers. Bigger, better, stronger. basictrailers.com.au.
Too many bottles, cans and containers aren't being recycled properly, ending up in the yellow bin or landfill. Direct Collect is solving this for good. Sign up to Direct Collect today and they'll deliver one of their blue bins to you. Once you've filled it with bottles, cans and containers, all you have to do is book a collection and Direct Collect takes care of the rest. Your refund will be deposited to your bank account, or you can choose to donate it to a participating charity or club. Search Direct Collect online.
Over 60,000 Adelaide homes have said yes to saving money on their energy bills with Yes, Your Energy Saving Solutions. What's keeping you? Your Energy Saving Solutions can connect you with the SA government initiative called REPS. To save money on heating this winter, Yes is offering eligible households a 2.6 kilowatt Rinnai system for only $699. For T's and C's on this unbeatable offer from Your Energy Saving Solutions, go to yes.net.au. That's YESS.net.au.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon. Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A neighbour has saved 2 pet dogs from a burning house at Hallett Cove. Independent Lydia Thorpe says she didn't take her allegations of sexual assault to police because she believes the matter would be ignored. The world's largest kidney stone has been removed from a patient in Sri Lanka. It was about the size of a grapefruit. And in sport, Geelong's Patrick Dangerfield is making the trip home from Adelaide by car. He's unable to fly after suffering a partially collapsed lung during last night's game. The 5AA forecast, sunny this afternoon, showers tomorrow 15. Right now it's 19 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
Warm up cheaper with Cheapers Chips Winter Warmers. Bring on the heat inside or outside with Germanica Carbon Fibre Wall Heater. Only $199. Save $50. Get toasty warm with your friends around the wok-style fire pit. Just $69. And snuggle up on the Dreamcom Queen Size Superior Mattress. Just $299. Save a scorching $100. Check out this week's catalogue for more winter warmers and live cheaper this winter at Cheapers Chips.
You can always expect the very best from designer appliances at Adelaide Appliance Gallery, which means right now when you come in store and mention this ad, you'll get half-price installs on dishwashers, washing machines and dryers. Plus, you'll receive a 6-month supply of premium cleaning products by Power of 4. Now till the end of June, just mention this ad. T's and C's apply. Head to the home of Mr. Dishwasher and discover designer appliances at Adelaide Appliance Gallery, Paynham Road, St Peters.
Southgate GWM is overstocked and all vehicles must be cleared. All models, all colours, priced to clear. Make an offer. Don't buy anything until you speak to Southgate GWM. Just 25 minutes from the CBD. Only at Southgate GWM. LVD 152780.
Is there a God? What is the meaning of life? Do I actually need unlimited data to watch a few cat videos on my commute? Cute.
Question everything, especially your telco plan. Get the data you need at low prices with Aldi Mobile.
Now's the time to savour Travel and Luxury magazine. This issue is sure to whet your appetite for travel as we showcase sublime culinary destinations around the world, plus an Australian couple's vineyard in Umbria, Italy, only in the Australian Today.
Your employment potential is huge and we can unlock it. At Barkuma, we partner with people on the journey to their best life. We're here for you. Barkuma is a specialist in providing employment support for people with intellectual disability, learning difficulties and autism spectrum disorder. Barkuma's Disability Employment Service will build your confidence, develop your skills and match you with eager employers ready to work with you on your career. To find out more, visit barkuma.com.au because life is better with Barkuma.
Jade Robran on 1395, Adelaide's 5AA.
Welcome back to the program. It's 25 minutes to 4 o'clock. Coming up after 4 o'clock, Rowie and Timmy G to talk about the world of sport. Let's go to Fiona in Bowden, who's called in with a traffic report. Fiona, thanks for ringing in.
Yeah, hi. I'm just out on the road and there's a massive car crash up on Lower North East Road just before the reservoir and Awonga Road. So it's got police, ambulance, fire trucks, both lanes blocked going north-east.
Can you see what's happened? Have we got you, Fiona? Oh, we've lost Fiona, but thank you so much for calling in. We always love a traffic report because obviously it helps you guys getting around on the roads out there. If anyone is in that area there, that Lower East Main North Road there near Awonga Road, can you call in and just let us know and what has happened and just how bad that bank up of traffic is. But if you're just listening in now, avoid the area if you can. It sounds like quite a major incident has occurred. That was delicious Chris Jarmer, as always, cooking up a storm, all thanks to Smeg Building or Renovating. Your first choice should be visiting the Smeg showroom at Debney Distributors. Taste the difference with Smeg. I've still got that $50 voucher to give away. We've been having a bit of fun today talking about how would you spend $100 million, because that is what is up for grabs in next week's Lotto prize. How would you spend $100 million? What would you buy for your chance to win the $50 voucher to Chris Jarmer's beautiful restaurant, Jarmer's Kitchen? 82230000 is the number to call. Now, our government has been accused of being a little bit cheeky by the Brits. Now, you might have heard that disgruntled healthcare workers, they've been on strike in the UK. Well, while they've been on strike, our government drove on in and placed some billboards with photos of beautiful Aussie, South Aussie lifestyle, both at work and also at play, with the hope of luring workers to South Australia. Joining us from the South Australian Salaried Medical Officers Association Chief Industrial Officer, Bernadette Mulholland. Lovely to have you on the program, Bernadette. How are you?
Very well, thank you, and lovely to be on your program.
This is a bit cheeky, isn't it?
It is a bit cheeky, but I mean, there is certainly a side to this that really highlights, or should really highlight it to the whole of the community, particularly the NHS, is that what's now happening and what we're now seeing is a lack of value and appreciation, I guess, respect for the role that doctors play in our hospital services, particularly over in the NHS. And this is what happens when we start to mess with terms and conditions that don't reflect how important junior doctors are to our system. I mean, these junior doctors are our senior doctors for the future. And I guess from South Australia's point of view, we are also short on junior doctors, and here is an opportunity. Unfortunately for the NHS, it is a national or international market, so there's been opportunities for other countries to come in because they're not treating their doctors with the value and respect that they actually deserve. And look, I certainly have knowledge that those NHS junior doctors are really appreciative of the support that they're getting from South Australia and Australia. But on the other flip side of this, we have to start the question, well, why are we so short of doctors here in South Australia? What has led to us taking this, aggressive or cheeky stance to actually go over and get doctors from the NHS? And really, that's been a lack of workforce planning. You know, this government's the first government in probably a decade that we've actually seen workforce planning. We really don't know how many doctors that we need in South Australia. And so here we are competing with our overseas colleagues to bring the junior doctors to Australia, to South Australia. And really for the NHS, it's going to have a really long tail in terms of if we grab their junior doctors, they're not going to have their senior doctors in the future, because we have taken all the training that I've given, we'll have brought them over here to South Australia, and certainly they'll have to work even harder in the future to produce more senior doctors, and that's going to be at a cost to that particular country.
So have you had any nibbles yet?
Certainly I'm aware that there's been nibbles for NHS doctors, and we always do get NHS doctors coming to South Australia every year. I think the problem that we've seen over the last couple of years is COVID, and that's prevented that marketplace, which must make us reflect that we really do need to grow our own here in Australia, because at some stage that NHS market, hopefully they'll realise the value of their junior doctors and pay them accordingly, and that will stop a particular pipeline here. And sometimes it people may think it's greener, and certainly it is greener in South Australia. We do have our beautiful beaches here and our lovely warm weather, but we still struggle for our junior doctors to have a work-life balance here in South Australia. So while it's greener, it may not necessarily be a run in the rose garden, if you like, to actually suggest that we don't come with our own problems, but certainly it is much better than what we're seeing over in the NHS.
So what's the carrot that you're dangling? What is it that you've actually done, you cheeky chops?
Certainly the terms and conditions in South Australia, indeed in Australia, are better than those currently in the NHS. So wages and conditions, wages certainly are better over here. I noticed on the placards that the government put up is that they support a work-life balance here in South Australia. Now, we sometimes struggle with work-life balance for our junior doctors here in South Australia, so it's good to see that the government, and hopefully our next time around for our own enterprise agreement, we're going to see a great deal of support from our government on those particular issues. But the terms and conditions are much better here at the present time in South Australia. And as I mentioned earlier, we are in a competing international market. So doctors do move where they see better terms and conditions, and they will come to different countries and different states to improve their medical skills. And so if that's better, you are in a community going to get better doctors looking after patients, better doctors looking after your community. And if you don't maintain those skills, then unfortunately we see a deterioration in our health system and the services that we can provide. So we're always competing on not only a national market but an international market as well. And we are being a bit cheeky, I think, certainly, but at the same time it sends a clear message to other health services in other countries. Well, if you won't treat your doctors with the respect and value that they have earned, then they can go elsewhere. And I think that's really important in this current employment climate.
It is a little bit reminiscent of the £10 POM, isn't it? I mean, that you're offering an opportunity, a new lifestyle. It's not, well, maybe the modern day version of.
Oh, indeed. It certainly is. And we are in a seller's market right across the employment ranges. Certainly we're seeing it in allied health, we're seeing it in nursing, and now we're seeing it in the medical workforce. So, yes, we're striving to say, come to Australia. We've got beautiful wineries, we've got beautiful beaches. And it's not only in South Australia, I'm sure other states around the country are also competing for those NHS doctors who have been trained. The sad thing is that we do put a lot of money into our doctors to train them to a standard that we all in the community actually expect. So the NHS has put a lot of money into the training of these junior doctors. They have a very like train to what we actually have in Australia, so that easily assimilated into our country to be able to provide the care and the experience that we need. The problem is it's short-term solution, and we really need to look at a long-term solution of maintaining our own pipeline here in Australia, in South Australia, and that requires federal funds. It also requires additional senior doctors in our hospitals to be able to train and supervise our junior doctors, and so to maintain the standard so we are competitive and so that we can provide the patient care that the community expects.
Is COVID-19 vaccination mandating still a thing? It's still an issue for us here in South Australia?
Certainly, it hasn't been an issue for the medical workforce. I don't know how broad a challenge it is for other professions, but it's certainly not for our medical workforce. We had always had a high percentage of our doctors vaccinated. I think there was 99.9% roughly of our doctors who were vaccinated. So there was not really an issue for us, but in other professions I know it can still cause concern because people have the right to make a choice in that particular area, and so I think there still is some concern about, particularly for people who don't want to be vaccinated, who would like to work for health, but they find it problematic to meet the terms and conditions around vaccination.
Bernadette, thanks so much for your time. You have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You too. See you later. We're going to take a short break on the other side. Let's do a whip around and find out all the fun things we can get up to on the weekend around our great state. Back soon.
Join Rowie and Timmy G in the studio every afternoon with 5AA's live video stream of The Sport Show. Thanks to Foodland. With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
TAFE SA is looking for volunteer tutors to support migrants and refugees with their English language learning and help them thrive in the South Australian community. As a tutor in the Adult Migrant English program, you'll receive free training, develop new skills and meet students from diverse cultures for 1 to 2 hours a week. To find out more, visit tafesa.edu.au/VTS. A message from the Government of South Australia, RTO code 41026. VTS is funded by the Commonwealth Government Department of Home Affairs.
As we all know, SA is going through a housing crisis right now, but McGain Real Estate really want to help. If you're a landlord looking to sell your property, but you're feeling a bit guilty about disrupting an awesome tenant, McGain have landlords ready to purchase your property and keep that tenant in place. The team at McGain have hundreds of landlords ready to buy investment properties, so there's no need to stress about asking the tenant to move out or waiting for the lease to end. Visit mcgain.com.au.
Time's running out. It's nearing end of financial year and it could be your last chance to get an immediate tax write-off on the LDV D90 SUV before June 30th. From $38,990 drive away, one test drive and you'll see why the D90 is the right SUV for your business with 7 full-size seats. And for a limited time, you can get a free $1,500 fuel card. Visit a dealer today. LDV, bring it on. T's and C's and exclusions at ldvautomotive.com.au. Before purchase, see tax and accounting advice to check your business's eligibility for an immediate tax deduction.
Celebrate 85 years of Nescafe and win $2,000 instantly. Purchase a participating Nescafe product and enter online for your chance to win. There's a winner every day for 85 days. Another great reason to have a Nescafe coffee. T's and C's at nescafe.com.au.
Tax time is ending soon at Bunnings Trade with less than 1 week to go. Get the DeWalt 18-volt 9-piece combo kit for $1,999. Purchase before June 30 and get a bonus Mitre Saw skin or 3 5-amp batteries via redemption. Don't miss tax time at Bunnings Trade.
Did somebody say wow? Beaumont's massive bathroomware catalogue sale is wow! Get up to 25% off vanities with basins, baths, loos and tapware all slashed. Plus up to 25% off all tiles. Wow, you'll be happy you chose Beaumont's.
Ken Hall Plumbers. We're local, we're family, and we're a trusted South Aussie. Blocked drain? Leaky tap? Give Ken a call. Ken Hall Plumbers. 8364 5855.
No person living with disability should accept second best, ever. But unfortunately, when it comes to disability accommodation, there's a lot of second best out there. Thankfully, Orion Care is a shining star, offering beautiful new purpose-built supported disability homes in safe communities all over SA. And Orion Care can provide as little or as much care as you need. Visit orioncare.com.au and let's build a great life together.
We all need connection.
Across this big brown land, our radio community keeps you connected, but sometimes you need more. If you're struggling, don't keep it to yourself. Head to commercialradio.com.au/voice. There's a collection of organisations, real people, ready and waiting to hear from you. If you know someone who needs help, use this moment to reach out, because sometimes all you need is a voice.
Head to commercialradio.com.au/voice.
Jade Robran, talking Adelaide on 1395 5AA.
Welcome back to Afternoons. It's 10 minutes to 4 o'clock, and coming up after 4 o'clock on this beautiful Friday afternoon, it's a sports show with Rowie and Timmy G. Rowie, what a cracking game that was last night.
Wasn't it ever? Were you just bopping out of that?
Yeah, I had a little bit of a bop. I
little
like
boppy
a
bop.
up and about music
Yeah,
coming
I am
out
too.
of the,
I must
you know.
admit. I must
Yeah.
admit, Oh What a Night is my favourite. They were nothing short of sensational. That third quarter 7 straight against a quality team, reigning premiers. Okay, they've got a couple of players coming back. The only thing in the way of Port and a flag, for me, is themselves.
Yeah, they were flat, and they don't want to be flat. Yeah, what they
Boy.
put on the quarter 3 and 4 is what they need to do for the rest of the season.
They've won 11 straight.
Don't give us that first quarter business.
No, they've got to buy 11 straight. Fantastic. We'll speak to Treaders about that. Chris Davies, Port GM of footy. We'll speak to him. There's a couple of players out of contract. We'll see where they're at as well.
Nice.
Crows CEO Tim Silvers. Now, the Crows FIVEAA Oval redevelopment.
Yeah, question mark over that or not?
Well, look, I don't know. We want to get to the bottom of it, but there's a group called 5031. That's the postcode of
the Tree
Myland
Huggers.
and FIVEAA. Yeah, the Tree Huggers, the do-gooders, the professional NIMBYs, if that's what you want to call them, that want to boycott everything, glue themselves to roads and abseil down buildings in a single bound.
Are they that dramatic, or are they just, wanting to keep the trees?
I don't know. I doubt it's that. The state budget came out. The Crows were after $15 million in funding. No cigar.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the implications of that. I think it'll still come. What are they looking at? There's nothing at the moment.
No,
It's just
there's not. So why
argy-bargy.
would
So once
you-
the plans are done, they're lodged, they've got the lease at FIVEAA, I think that will fall. And we're going to cross live to the first test, the Ashes test at Edgbaston. It's on tonight at 7:30, live on 9. Cannot wait. It'll be the same 11 that won the World Championship Test match.
Nice.
I think Boland bowls. Davey Warner needs to make runs. I wouldn't have him in there. I'd have him out of there. And let's hope Trav Head gets a ton.
Yes,
And
please,
Kes gets
Travie.
10 catches and I don't know.
bloody
Makes
brilliant.
2 tons.
Well, I will see you tonight. You're
Thank
looking
you, Jade.
very smart.
The best of SA to all our sponsors. Thank you. Without you, we are nothing.
Correct.
Nothing.
Correct.
Thanks, Jade.
Thank you, buddy. We'll see you a little bit later on tonight.
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what?
Countdown is on, and there's so many fun things to do around our beautiful state. Let's talk to Justine Van Murick from the South Australian Museum, because there's something pretty fun heading their way there. Justine, lovely to have you on the program. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jade. It's always great to talk to you.
Oh, tell us about Relics. What's this all about?
Oh, Relics. What an amazing exhibition that is. Relics, A New World Rises is an exhibition of miniature worlds made of Lego or Lego, depending on where you're from.
Oh, that's controversial.
Yeah, I'm an agnostic on that one. And it's made by two kind of diabolical geniuses called Jackson and Alex, who won the Channel 9 Lego Masters in 2020. And they've gone and built this wonderful exhibition where we humans have really just stuffed up the earth and we've left all our junk behind. And the Lego minifigs have made worlds inside our junk.
We interviewed them. They came into the studio and we gave away a couple of tickets, and some listeners rang up and said, you may just think that it's Lego, that here's these, older guys playing with blocks, but it's honestly like we're walking into another world. What they've achieved is mind-boggling.
It absolutely is. The attention to detail is just, it is mind-boggling. And what I love about it is sort of multi-generational because there are things in there like a jukebox, and when you try and explain to kids today that what a jukebox was and how it worked, you know, you kind of just blow their mind because, you know, they didn't understand that you only had a certain number of songs and you had to play for everyone. And so to watch that intergenerational, particularly with grandparents and kids, like them explain, you know, we only had 4 channels growing up and you had to get up and turn the channel round, you know. So even though it's got, you know, appeal for kids, obvious appeal for Lego lovers, it's got this amazing appeal for adults and older people because it's just great intergenerational kind of conversation.
Well, that is all happening at SA Museum. You can head there and check it out. It is absolutely fantastic. Let's go now to Nadia Boscani from Glam Adelaide, who's always got her finger on the pulse with what's going on around the state. Nadia, hello to you.
Hi, Jade. How you going? I must be with the Lego or Lego. I'm really not sure even.
Well, if you're South Australian, it should be Lego, but I've spent a little bit of time interstate, so sometimes I'll slip in the Lego. So
I feel like with a Tommy Palmer, I feel like it's another one of those. And now I'm confused. Let's debate.
Trust me, we've had this debate and it's brilliant. Talk to me about this winter solstice.
Yes, so the winter solstice goes all the way through to the 24th of June, so there's still some time and it is completely free. So basically Adelaide's West End will light up for the winter solstice with a fire performance every Friday and Saturday night. So it's basically about theatrical fire show telling the story of the winter solstice. So it's really, really exciting. And this weekend, well, Friday and Saturday night at Light Square, it starts at 8:30. So I think it's cool to see a new and ancient history and a blending of fire performance and dance theatre. So that's, if you're sort of looking for something free to do, you don't mind.
Oh, Nadia, we've just lost you. We got a really bad line there, my love. I'm sorry, but that is the winter solstice there, which, as she just said, is at Light Square, Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then also the Adelaide Gin Festival is happening this weekend as well. You can head along to the Adelaide Convention Centre there on North Terrace and eat and drink your way around. Lots of delicious gins, so many that we make here in our own backyard as well that you can try. Guys, thank you so much for a fun week. We've got the Best of SA dinner on tonight, so to our listeners that are going to be there tonight, make sure you come along and say g'day. Everybody else, have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe, stay dry. Few showers on both Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be a ripper though. See you later. Chat to you on Monday.
The Audi Solitaire demonstrator clearance is on now, with exceptional deals across the entire range, including the Audi Q5.